this 33-year-old man walked into this Del City, Oklahoma backyard, what he got wasn't what he was expecting. Tackled by the family of a 15-year-old girl he was coming to meet.
He surprised the journalists because he said more than the characteristics of the child, he looked at the family. And if there was a strong father who posed a threat, he stayed away.
Get out of here.
Nah, I want to know how is God getting in contact with the dude right here?
I'm not. I'm sorry. Sorry for the misconception.
There wouldn't have been no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It would have been a second degree something or another. I mean, the real crazy part is we done got so comfortable with the internet that we just let our kids, our babies, roam on the internet super freely. Like, there's not all kind of freaks and weirdos out in the world, man. Like, you can't really stop the internet. I mean, it's part of everybody's lives nowadays, and kids are gonna find their way to the internet one way or another. But the key word in that statement was unsupervised, man. Like, my kids got their tablets and they be on YouTubes, but they're super supervised. Like, and I try not to be a helicopter parent or super overprotective because they need to learn on their own too. But there's certain things that they don't need to learn. There's certain things that they don't need to experience. Like this grown man showing up and she's super excited to see him, talking about he's her friend. Man, like, shout out to this dad for saving her, obviously, because who knows what this dude had in mind for this little girl, man. Please, man, be aware of what your kids are aware of on the internet, man. Watch your kids. Be a responsible parent and teach them how to be responsible adults, please. The only way to teach kids to be responsible adults is by being a responsible parent. Like, it starts with us.
Father creating an elaborate sting to catch an alleged predator targeting his daughter.
And here we go!
Police say the suspect contacting the girl online, then going to her home. The family ready and waiting. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell.
When this 33-year-old man walked into this Del City, Oklahoma backyard, what he got wasn't what he was expecting.
He got what he deserved.
Tackled by the family of a 15-year-old girl he was coming to meet.
He had planned everything with her, and he was ready, and we were too.
Her father, who doesn't want to use his name, says he was tipped off to the illicit rendezvous by using an app called Family Time that monitored the teen's phone. He notified police, who said they couldn't help until the man actually did something, so Dad decided to set up a sting.
That's what being a man is.
The father took it upon himself to contact this individual, ask her, and say, "Are you still coming tonight?" And he said he was.
But it wasn't the teen waiting in that tent. It was the girl's stepmom.
So we set up by the back door. The moment he entered my yard, at that point in time, I had to do what was right for as a father.
They tie up his hands and feet until officers arrive. According to police, the man says he was just coming over to talk.
As a parent, I don't blame them. I think it's their right to protect their children and do whatever they need to do so.
And that man was arrested on a charge of unlawful communication using technology. Now, police say they don't condone vigilante justice, but say they're not filing any charges against the girl's family.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
There was an interview a while back with a child named Jack Reynolds, and he was asked specifically how he targeted kids. And even more specifically, he was asked what characteristics he looked for in a child. He surprised the journalists because he said more than the characteristics of the child, he looked at the family. And if there was a strong father who posed a threat, he stayed away.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child.
So for those of us who are fathers, this tells us at least Three things. One is you'd better be a threat. And there's multiple reasons for that fact. You'll even some people say, well, that's not necessary. After all, we have the police, we have the military. That's their job, isn't it?
He notified police who said they couldn't help until the man actually did something. So Dad decided to set up a sting.
And the answer is yes, it is their job, and it doesn't matter. Because I will tell you right now that if you're ever in a position where your child needs you and you're not able to protect them, not because you lack the opportunity, but because you lack the capability or the capacity, it's not going to matter who else should have done the job. Because after all, it was yours. You're the father.
He curses me, call me names.
Really? He curses you?
Mm-hmm.
What does he call you?
Bitch.
Really? He calls you the B word?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't say that, man.
So late to be crying now. You disrespecting her?
I'm sorry, Penny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You call. Don't move!
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Papa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You call her the B word, bro?
No.
Don't lie to me.
Yes.
What in the world makes you think that it's okay? How old are you, ma'am?
70 in May.
You'll be 70 years old in May. And you call her a B word?
I'm sorry.
Why would you think it's okay to call her?
Shout out to Prison Doctor for teaching young men what consequences mean. This kid's 13. It's his grandma, I gotta assume. And I gotta assume that's not his dad in the background. I'm not too sure. But this kid is learning a life lesson in real time right now. And that's why I was laughing. Like, it's not necessarily funny to see, but it's a good thing to see. You know what I mean? As you could hear the respect, that trembling, that shaking in his voice, that was respect coming out of his body. Now, I know a lot of people gonna say, oh, it's not good that he's just scaring these kids like that. But no, there's a fine line between fear and respect. And that line is called reverence. And all young men need to learn that word. So again, shout out to Prison Doctor for being a step-in dad when help is needed, man, because a lot of young men just need this type of talking to. They need this verbal kick in the ass. And honestly, it's unfortunate that we even need a prison doctor in the world, but it's fortunate that we have Prison Doctor in the world, man. It takes a man to raise a man. So men, step up and raise your sons.
At times when he's going in on our boys, I'll chime in because I feel like he's being a little too rough on them.
Well, you don't have to agree with everything he does, but why don't you just stay out the way? Why did you marry your husband?
Because I love him.
Is he the man you hope your sons will grow up to be?
Yes.
So why would you stop him from raising them into that?
I'm not stopping him. I just feel at times he's a bit harsh with the punishments.
He is hard on them because they boys. Undisciplined boys grow up to be undisciplined men.
Yes.
Undisciplined men end up in the hospital or in a prison, or they end up in a grave. That's what happens to undisciplined men. I've raised my sons entirely different than I raised them girls, because I had to. And they mothers know, let me have these boys. I ain't over here trying to turn the girls into women, because I don't know how. But I know about these boys, and I know what it takes to be a man, so I got them.
I want you to be all you can be, son. Be better than you've ever been, because you got that in you. You study, you work, you know what they're gonna do, you know what you're gonna do. Trust yourself, all right? Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You don't play. Show the world, son. Show the world, son.
You don't have to ever be perfect, because you're not gonna be, but you got to be present.
Most definitely.
You've got to be present. Not just there, because a lot of us brothers, we think just because we here, we're there. When we here, we got to be here. We got to be here, and that's the focus. Okay, now when we gone, we gone. But when it's time to come home, we got to come home.
Most definitely.
The man never tries to be the man, because he is the man. The dude that tries to be the man validates that he's not him. Because you can't try to be who you already are.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Hey, whether you like him or not as a person or as a football player, man, you can't deny Deion Sanders is one of the most successful fathers of all time. Like, he had one of the best football careers that we have ever seen, and now he's coaching 2 of his sons at a major football team, man. Like, if that's not worth a salute, I don't know what is, man. Not everybody's gonna be a big-time football star or nothing like that, but strive toward your dream and become a success at that so you can teach your sons how to be successful at whatever their dream is. That's what a father's job is, man. It's not to have your kids be able to live vicariously through you, but for them to look at you and be like, man, that's what success is. That's what I aspire to be. And I think every father should aspire to be like Deion in their own capacity, you know what I mean?
What's some advice you got to the fathers out here, brother?
Got to be a better father. That's mandatory. If you got a daughter, if you're a black father and you got a daughter, you know how these females is already. You want your daughter to be like that? Hell no. And if you're a black father and you got a young guy, you know how it is for us. You want it to be like that? Hell no. So
Facts.
Either way it goes, it's like you have to be involved. And if you ain't involved, somebody gonna be involved. Why would you want somebody to be involved with you?
You don't want nothing else to raise your kids, because guess what? The streets can raise your kids.
I done went through all type of shit, bro. I ain't go for that.
For sure.
I'm a real father. And what's crazy is I never knew that I could be a real father because this is only my first child.
For sure.
So experiences, you learn from experiences, you go through shit, but bro, I do whatever I had to do as a man to be a father, bro.
One thing a nigga told me one day, man, it was some real game. He said, hey, you ain't never heard a tree grow. I was like, huh? He was like, just keep going, fam. You don't even have to talk about it. You never heard a tree grow. You just seen it blossom.
Alright, y'all, so that's all I got for this one, man. I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like, share, comment, and of course hit that subscribe button for me. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and spending a little bit more time with me and my opinions, man. I just truly appreciate it. And I know it's been a minute since I dropped content. Like, it's been a month since I dropped my last video and a few months since I dropped The Fathers Are Needed More Than Ever, but I'm still not gonna stop making this content no matter how long in between drops it is. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Deuces.